A tremendous pleasure to be speaking with you today.
Now back to the Dan Gemus Real Estate Show on AM800.
Okay, yes, we're back. Cassie Baggio, Lisa Ciparroni in studio with me today. I always say Lisa Ciparroni.
Ciparroni. Every time.
Pepperoni.
The pepperoni.
That's what I have you saved as in my phone is Lisa Pepperoni. I do. With a little heart. Yep.
Aw, okay. Well, the heart's fine. I don't know about the rest.
Pepperoni.
It's the best. So listen, we're going to talk about some design trends on their way out next year. We also have our gift card giveaway for the Richmond Popcorn Company. If you haven't already entered, you can text to win. The keyword is FRESH, F-R-E-S-H, with your first and last name to 10800, and you're automatically entered into this magic machine here. We press a button and it picks a name randomly. So we'll do that later on in the show. But let's talk design trends on their way out.
I can't wait to hear these.
So, on the list, all white, boring kitchens on the way out. All white kitchens are a thing of the past. It is time to celebrate a creative kitchen with more texture and color.
I agree with that.
Do you?
Yeah.
I like our off-white kitchen.
We are seeing a little bit more. Remember, we went through that phase where everything was very like stark.
Yes.
Very gray, very white, that kind of thing.
And it's still beautiful.
Oh, yeah, nice and fresh. But I feel like we're seeing a little bit more color,
The
come
color.
into play.
The olive greens, the turquoise, those rich colors.
Yeah.
Oh, I love them.
I'll never forget, this is going back, 10 plus years ago. I was showing a brand new build, and I've told this story in the air before. And it's brand new. No one's moved in yet. And I showed it to a buyer, and we got to the kitchen, and the island, like the main cabinets were white, and the island was like a blue or something. Mm-hmm. And I remember the buyer looked at me and said, "Oh, was that a mistake?" I'm like, "Well, weird. It looks, at that time, we hadn't seen it in the marketplace yet."
Yeah.
I'm like, that must be a mistake.
Too early.
So I actually called the agent, who I knew very well. I said, "Listen, does your builder know that the island is a different color?" She says, "Actually, it's a new trend. We're kind of jumping on." I said, "Oh, okay." So it seemed weird to me, but then we built our last house, right around the same time, and we ended up doing the same thing. We did a different, with brown island and a white cabinets.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So it looks like the piece of furniture now, right?
Yeah.
But at the time, it was brand new. No one had really seen it yet. And I'm thinking, this is going to be a mistake. They must not realize they put the wrong cabinets
Or like,
in.
I really love like just the moody colors, right?
Yeah.
And
Yes.
the contrast, like I've seen those
Sure.
black and white,
Yeah.
like just the high contrast colors. So
Yeah,
fun.
like-
Well, this next
Different.
trend, being canceled essentially is interesting to me. I have a hard time believing it, but open concept is closed for business. So with families spending more time at home since the pandemic, the desire for separate rooms has grown. People are craving their personal space, and open concept layouts don't allow for that type of privacy.
I don't
know.
want to
I
look
think that's
at you
weird.
You know
anymore.
what? I see both sides to this. Get out of my face. Yeah. We can see both sides of this. And we do see a lot more people trying to band together to purchase houses.
Yes.
So maybe a little bit of separation is good, but I feel those family homes where people are together, I still feel like there's quite a bit of demand for that open
I think
concept
still-
living. For
I
sure.
agree. I
Just
agree.
that
I don't
spacious
think it's going
look.
anywhere.
Yeah.
No.
The grass is always greener. So trends are cyclical, and knowing what to invest in and what to avoid for your home can be confusing, especially when there's a budget to stick to. So popular opinion would say brass fixtures are too reminiscent of the 70s and 80s, but design experts are saying not so fast. Brass fixtures are coming back in evolved shapes and sizes that look nothing like their ancestors. So we think your instincts are always in style, so never underestimate your taste and what suits your space and lifestyle. I don't know. Reduce, reuse, and restore. So in with the new and out with the old is on its way out. With inflation and sustainability top of mind for people, it seems wasteful to tear something out just because it's older. What's on trend is finding beauty in something no matter what the trend for forecasters are saying. I love that. So basically just...
Like the oak cabinets.
Yes.
That color
Yeah.
is coming back in.
Yeah, I
like it's
agree.
been in for a while
Yep.
now, which is really nice to see because it's such a rich, beautiful color. I'm just going all about those colors today. Sorry.
All the colors. Next, experts are predicting kitchens will continue to be designed around a statement backsplash, but subway tiles are leaving the station. While the classic subway tile emotes a clean look, Keep your eyes peeled for unique stonework that makes the most social room in the house that much more appealing in 2024.
We do see a lot of stone.
Yep.
Too. Yep. I see a lot of both. I feel like subway tile is nice sometimes with the tile because it's easy to clean.
Even with a more of a
You know?
contemporary cabinet look.
Yeah.
Yeah,
the
or if
subway
you've got
tile.
a really busy kitchen already, sometimes something
Yeah.
simple goes a long way.
Yes.
Like it doesn't draw your attention. The other things do. So
Yep.
Gray days are numbered, so gray tones have dominated interiors for the past decade. What was once a sophisticated and elegant color scheme now feels drab, lifeless, and draining. Since we've all been spending more time at home, warm neutrals are heating up interiors such as beige, rust, and amber. Rust. Interesting. If you're not ready to say goodbye to gray, consider textured gray accents as a compromise.
And I feel like they've come a long way with grays because they're kind of, if that makes sense. I had to think about that before I said it. Cause there's kind of like warm tones of it too where you can pull from. So it's maybe
what do
not
they
quite
call
as
it? The
stark.
grayish?
Beige or
Gray?
grayish.
I don't know.
Grayish? Yeah.
Grayish?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But all the flipping that we did see, everyone gravitated
was
towards
safe.
those
It was
basics.
safe.
And
Yes.
people are so tired. I've heard so many comments. I'm so tired of the gray.
Yep.
So tired of it,
Yep.
right? So I'm not surprised.
This next one I agree with because I'm not a big fan. If you can't stand the look of clutter, you probably can't wait to see this trend fade away. Open shelving has been a huge kitchen design trend, and you have Pinterest to thank for that. Although open shelving is a way to showcase personality, it also showcases a way to attract dust and showcase your messy side
Yes.
of your if you're not so careful.
Yeah.
So I'm not a big fan of
No, me either.
No.
like
It's pretty to look at, but
Yeah.
in actual use, it probably isn't very practical.
like
Yeah.
the average person is not Martha Stewart.
And you
know?
don't need to see what my Tupperware lids are looking like. You don't need to see what goes on in the Tupperware.
I
tray.
find when you have glass doors,
Yeah.
you have to almost put fake stuff in them
Yes.
to make it look nice.
Yeah, or some people even put lighting like just in
Yes.
those cupboards just to make them stand
Like the
out.
corner cabinets with the, oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Shiplap has sailed. Classic shiplap became stylish during the farmhouse craze. And popular opinion is saying it's more shabby than chic. Experts caution ruling it out entirely as there are contemporary and fresh ways to apply this look, especially if it serves a purpose in your home or adds a layer of interest in a monochromatic color scheme.
I've seen it done very tastefully.
Have you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or it's cute in little cottages or something like that sometimes.
Lofts have left the building. So lofts sound cool in
Oh.
theory, but when you're in one and can't find a private spot for some peace and quiet, you'll wish you never heard they existed. Similar to open concept layouts, lofts lack privacy and can be loud and echoey. But they're really cool.
They are. I don't think they'll ever not be cool.
No,
They're-
fun for
they're-
kids
y-
too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
when
Okay,
you got the
adults,
kids,
too.
I mean, I speak from when you got the kids making lots of noise, you want to
Yes!
get away from that
Now
every
you
once
know,
in a
Lisa.
while.
Yeah.
Wonder where Dan
That
is.
echoing, I don't know.
So get this. This next one, this last one, we have time for. But inspirational quotes can always have a place in your heart, but leave your home out of it. Quotes as framed art had a huge following over the last decade, but it has overstayed its welcome and should have left the party a while ago. What do
If
you think?
I see a live, laugh, love, then I will shut it down. No, thank you.
You know what? Now that you mention it, I think I've seen those a few times.
Oh, yeah, they're all
my
over, yeah.
goodness.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Aw.
All right.
Sorry if you got one
There's
of
some
those.
trends that
Yeah,
might be going
sorry.
away.
Shots fired.
Yeah, trends that might be leaving the train station.
Live, laugh,
next
love.
year. Okay, we're going to take a break. We're going to come back and we're going to talk insurance with Chris Gibb from Gibb Insurance Brokers. He is going to talk about, it's not even a home-related insurance thing today, but it's very, very fascinating. All about Canada's auto theft crisis. I've heard all about this, and wait till you hear about it. It's very interesting. And Chris is also deputy mayor of the town of Amherstburg. In the news, as of late, has been the historic Bellevue House. So we'll talk to him about what's happening there. Something has come forward over the last few weeks, and we'll ask him what and his thoughts. Okay, so lots more to come right here on the Dan Gemus Real Estate Show.